everyone, and welcome to another Marks & Crafts figurine review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Nino Nakano Coreful Renewal figure by Taito. Now, if you saw my previous Coreful reviews, especially my latest Renewal review of Ichika, you'd know that Taito are sort of revisiting the Coreful figures that they released throughout last year and this year. Basically, they're changing slight things from them, updating the sculpts, and just making them better figures. Now, in this case, we are looking at Nino Nakano, who the major change for her is that she's the Season 2 design, which is she's got shorter hair. Otherwise, the sculpt is identical. And that's fine because the sculpt on the previous figure was fantastic. So let's get right into it. So here's how Nino looks right out of the box. She comes in two pieces, which is just the base and the figure itself. And if you saw my previous review on the Nino Coreful figure from the first line, you'll see the similarities here. It's pretty much exactly the same figure, just a change in hairstyle. The other big change is the base to be more in line with what they did with the Ichika figure, which is white, a sort of foggy clear white base with the quintuplets color, number, and name on it. Now, the yellow on white with Ichika didn't really work, but the purple on white seems to work pretty well for Nino. Now, we will be taking just a closer look now. The previous sculpt on the first Nino figure was fantastic, and it is no different here. Just a great looking figure. It really captures the character. I really love that Taito really made the face designs look like the characters. It almost makes it ridiculous that we got the first line of the pop-up parades ages ago, that they just don't really look like them. And there are quite a few figures that don't look quite like them. And now we've got these inexpensive prize figures that look exactly like them, have great poses, great designs, and for the most part, great colors. Because these are still prize figures, they are prone to having issues. Thankfully, I haven't noticed anything on this Nino yet, but we will take a closer look. But I'm not seeing anything immediate on her face, which is great, or on her uniform. And you can see that the jacket or jumper is textured. There's nice ruffles in the outfit. There's her stockings and her shoes. Now, one thing that the previous Coreful figure didn't do was paint her nails, and I'll quickly see if they've rectified that. Don't worry about that falling sound. No, they haven't painted her nails. That's okay, you can't win them all. But otherwise, you can see face sculpt is fantastic, and quick rotation around, you can see that the hair gets just a tiny bit clear right at the tips of the hair. She's got her little bows, making very tiny little twin tail type things on the side of her hair. And now that she doesn't have her long hair, her back is completely exposed, and you can see all the texturing on her jumper jacket thingy. And yeah, just a nice looking figure. I had no complaints about the original, and I don't have any complaints about this one's sculpt. In terms of quality control on the original, I have tons of complaints, but you can see the face sculpt on this is great. Once again, I have said that multiple times, but the main thing that really gets me about these figures is the detail on the eyes. And I know that they're probably just stickers that they've put on, but like, they just look so good. There's so much detail in there. The little blush under the eyes is always appreciated. Just a really great figure. Definitely reads as Nino. Now, let's compare her to the original figure. Now, you can see they're pretty much identical side by side, just a very, very big difference in the hair and the base. Now, the other big difference is, in my original video, I went over it briefly as well. The pegs on her feet that connect her to the base on my copy were completely mismatched. It was an actual molding issue where it's the crescent shape that fits into the base is in a completely different spot than it should be, and she just does not fit on the base properly. So she's just sort of like holding on through sheer willpower right now, even though I fixed it up just a bit. But at least she can stand on the base, whereas before she couldn't at all. So I'm glad to have the new version that they have actually reworked the peg system completely. Only one of her feet connect into the base, and it is a very secure hold. And that's a big improvement I wasn't expecting to find. But yeah, you can see the only real difference sculptor-wise is the hair on these figures. And that's perfectly fine because there was no issue really on the sculpt of the previous Nino. And I quite like the short hair design as well. I like the long hair, but the short hair really brings it home that it's a unique sort of design for her. The only thing that would have really changed anything is if she had painted nails. But that's perfectly fine. This is a prize figure. And you can see it also carried over some of the detail from the previous one, even though she's got short hair. The little clear curled hair just on both of them. I really loved that detail in the original. I'm glad that they were able to keep that here. And yeah, it's just a really, really solid figure. No real complaints at all. This is just a clear improvement over the original, and the original was fine, just had quality control issues. But yeah, there's not really much else to talk about because I don't have any issues with this. It's just a great figure. If you missed the original release, probably go and grab this one. And you're on the fence about it, probably go and grab this one. If you have the original release and you like the short-haired Nino but don't think it's enough of an upgrade, that's perfectly fine. But if you wanted to collect all the renewal versions, because the bases are different colors now, yeah, you probably need to collect all of them, which is a bit of a shame. So it's hard to upgrade from the set previously, but if you didn't have any of them before and you wanted them, definitely go for the renewals. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you all next time.